Okay, Mach number and drag force. Okay, ang Mach number, this is also a dimensionless number. It is the ratio of the speed of a body to the speed of sound in the surrounding medium. So, ang sinasolve natin for Mach number is yung bilis ng object with respect sa speed of sound. Ibig sabihin, yung mga aircraft kasi, masyado silang mabilis. So, pinapangalanan natin yung bilis nila in terms of Mach number. Kapag may nabasa tayo or na-encounter na Mach 1, ibig sabihin, kasi mabilis niya yung sound. Mach 2, ibig sabihin, twice yung bilis niya in comparison sa sound. And so on and so forth. Again, this is yung Mach number kung tawagin. Now, ang formula ng Mach number is, as it is, ratio ng dalawang velocity. So, velocity of the object, i-divide natin ang velocity of the sound. Okay, it is named after an Austrian physicist. Okay, ang first name niya is si Ernst. So, pinangalan siya kay Ernst Mach. Now, pag kinuha natin yung Mach number, ito yung mga possible values. And then, yung tawag dun sa speed na yun. Okay, you have a subsonic speed if the Mach number is less than 0.8. A transonic speed that is ranging from 0.8, greater than 0.8, but less than 1.3. A sonic speed is 1, kasi bilis mo yung velocity of sound. A supersonic is greater than 1.3, but less than 5. Hypersonic, so greater than 5, but less than 10. And you have the high hypersonic, na greater than 10, less than 25, and the re-entry speed. Ito yung sobrang bilis na, okay, it is greater than 25. Now, if the formula is ratio ng dalawang velocity of the object over sa velocity ng sound, i-calculate natin yung velocity of the sound. Kasi yung velocity of the object is most likely given. Yung sound velocity, nagbabago yan, depende sa given. Okay. Now, ang formula sa sound velocity, dalawa. Meron tayong velocity of sound traveling sa gas, and meron din tayong velocity of sound traveling sa liquid. So, magsimula tayo sa gas. Ang formula natin ng velocity of sound sa gas is square root of kRt. So, velocity of sound is square root of kRt. Yung iba ang palatandaan, skirt. So, S is for sound. Okay? Yung S dun sa skirt is square root. Okay? kRt. So, skirt. Square root of kRt. Kaya lang, kung magsasubstitute tayo ng values dito, kailangan pa rin mag-unit analysis. For example, SI units. Ay ang R doon is kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin, ang temperature Kelvin. Yung K, gas constant, unitless yan. Pag English units naman, yung typical na gas ay constant, this is specific heat ratio K. Yung R is foot-pound per pound Rankine, temperature Rankine. Na pag sinubstitute mo yung mga data, hindi lalabas yung sagot. Not unless meron kang conversion. Kasi kailangan unit of velocity in the end. For example, subukan ko yung SI. I have square root of K, yung ating K. Wala namang unit yung K. Yung R meron. So you have kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Tapos this is Kelvin. Gawa natin ng paraan na yung mga units dito sa loob ng ating square root is maging meter squared per second. Para pag nag-square ka, finally meters per second. So, para mangyari yun, i-define natin yung joule tsaka kilojoule. So, introduce tayo ng mga conversion. So, introduce tayo ng conversion na 1 kilojoule is equivalent sa 1,000 joule. So cancelled out natin yung kilojoule. Yung Kelvin dito, cancelled out na rin yan. So ang natirang unit na lang is joule per kilogram. Now, kung i-define natin ang joule, ang definition ng joule is Newton meter. Cancelled out natin joule. Tapos, if i-define natin ang Newton, ang definition ng Newton is kilogram meter per second squared. Then, analyze natin yung mga natira. So, you can cancel out Newton. Okay, cancel out natin yung kilogram. So, in our calculation, ang matitira na lang sa loob ng square root is meter squared per second squared. So, pag tinake mo yung square root nun, okay, definitely magiging meters per second. So, ang ibig sabihin, pag magsasolve tayo ng velocity ng gas under SI units, that should be square root of KRT. Tapos, sa loob ng square root, meron pang 1,000. So, you have KRT. And then, meron tayong 1,000 inside. So, kung lagi tayo nagsasolve, okay, by default, alam natin na kailangan pala mag-multiply ng 1,000 sa loob ng square root of KRT. Yung 1,000 na yan, ito yung reasoning dyan, conversion lang yan ng kilojoule papuntang joule para lalabas na sagot, meters per second. Sa English units naman, so ganito yung magiging conversion natin or analysis sa English. Square root of, okay, English units tayo. Okay, ang K is unitless, so walang unit yung specific heat ratio. Yung R sa English is ito. So that should be foot pound per pound Rankine. Tapos yung ating temperature sa English units should be Rankine. Okay, so magka-cancelled out na yung temperature na yan. Again, huwag nating cancelin yung pound na yan kasi magkaiba yan eh. Okay, hindi sila parehas na pound. Okay, yung pound sa taas is pound force. Samantala sa baba is pound mass. Okay, so hindi lalabas yung sagot. Not until maglagay tayo dito ng conversion. So, tandaan yung conversion. Ang conversion natin dyan should be, so lagay ko yung conversion. Okay, dapat mawala yung ating pound force. So, you have 1 pound force is equivalent sa 32.2 pound mass feet per second squared. Okay, so, pag sinimplify natin yan, okay, pwede natin cancelin na yung pound force at pound mass. Cancel out pound force, cancel out pound mass. Ang matitira sa loob ng square root is feet squared per second squared. Okay, so pag sinimplify mo yung square root ng feet squared per second squared, this is feet per second. Hence, pag nagsasolve pala tayo ng English units, okay, ang formula ng velocity ng sound is square root of KRT. Okay, tapos ang ating converting factor is 32.2. So, KRT, multiply natin ng 32.2. So, hindi natin kailangan tsambahan yung converting factor. Kasi makikita dapat yan sa unit analysis. Okay, yung iba ang kinakabisado lang square root of KRT. Kasi ito naman talaga yung original formula. Yung iba, diretso na dito sa square root of KRT times 1,000 sa loob, square root of KRT times 32.2. Okay, so depende sa inyo yan. Pero at the end of the day, napakahalaga ng unit analysis. Okay, so ito na yung pinaka-summary natin. So for gas, square root of KRT. For SI unit, square root of KRT times 1,000. Kaya lalabas ng meters per second, considering ito yung mga units na kinonsider or nilagay. Sa English units naman, square root of KRT multiply sa 32.2. Answer doon should be feet per second. Okay, considering na ang unit ng R is foot-pound force per pound mass Rankine, ang temperature is absolute Rankine. Now, for liquids naman, ang velocity ng sound traveling sa liquid, ang formula nun is square root of elasticity over density. Okay, given yung elasticity and density, makukuha yung velocity of sound. Pero still, kapag magsasubstitute tayo dito, kailangan maglagay ng units. Kasi hindi agad-agad lalabas yung sagot. So, kayo na yung mag-analyze, mag-substitute ng data or given, make sure lang mag-unit analysis. Next. Now, let's talk about drag force. So, this is also called air resistance or fluid resistance. It is a force acting opposite to the motion of any object moving with respect to its surrounding fluid. Okay, so if we want to get the terminal velocity of a falling object, Okay, pag sabing terminal velocity, ito yung maximum velocity na pwede niyang ma-reach. You need to consider the air resistance or drag force. Okay, so meron siyang derived formula, okay, na dapat tandaan. Okay, ang derived formula ng drag force is this: 1/2 CD rho A B squared. Okay, CD is the drag coefficient, density. The area should be the perpendicular area to the flow. Okay, so pag may tinitingnan kang object na moving, okay, ang dapat mo i-consider na area pag isosolve mo yung drag force should be the perpendicular area to the flow. Okay, so maraming estudyante dito magkakamali sa area na yan. Again, ni-illustrate natin or in-elaborate na yung area na yan should be the perpendicular area. And finally, the mean velocity. So these are the formula to be memorized. Once memorized natin yan, okay, kailangan na lang natin mag-practice and then unit analysis.